Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Gaming Trials. Today, we're going to be taking a look at this game called Gone Home. It's going to be the first episode in this thing, provided that we continue doing it. I've had this game for a very long time, and I haven't really had a chance to play through it. But I figured now's a good time. I played like 10 to 15 minutes, so I know a little bit about the game. Yep. There is like actual voice acting, I think they have in here. I do believe. But anything that is not voice acted, I will read out aloud. Um, see how this goes. See if we see if the game is pretty okay. I don't think this game is really too long, so even if I do like two or three episodes, even if I do play the whole game, it'll probably only be like two or three episodes long because I think this game can be beaten in a few hours. So I'm only gonna probably do this for about 30 minutes, and we're a minute and a half or so into this.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so love you. See you soon. Bye.
Okay. June 7th, 1995, 1:15 a.m. Caitlin Greenbrier, Portland. I'm sorry. I don't want anyone, Mom and Dad are crossed out, to know. We'll see each other again someday. Don't be worried. I love you, Sam. Nice. I forgot where the key. Not under the mat. Gotta be nice and respectful. Open the door. We have our passport, boarding pass. That's pretty much it. Stuff you would normally have if you were going home. Ooh. Interesting. It's like,
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm in a new school, and my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real, but I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal, just like I was talking to you.
wait, what? How do I open my backpack? No. I don't want.
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm in a new school, and my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real, but I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal, just like I was talking to you.
Over the Alps, a novel traveling game for 2 to 6 players. Cool. I'm unaware of what my actual task is.
Sam. Hello? Sam! Sam, where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Please be there.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Good. Whoop. Now we have a note. Sam. Daniel from the old neighborhood called. He wants to come see the new house. Call him back. Mom. He had a Nintendo and we were little. Neat. That was, cool. Seemed, very, very busy. Itinerary. So what is my actual goal right now? $8,294. Hi, Mom, Dad, Sam. I'm in Paris. I'm in Paris. I have done many Parisian things, including eating le petit déjeuner, and wearing a beret. Film to develop when I get back. Sam, I'm bringing you back something from the Shakespeare Book Company. Since you are my favorite sister. Love you all, Katie. Mom, Dad, and Sam. I, Arbor Hill. Yeah, cool. A nice little letter. We're gonna stay out of the closet for now. I'm gonna assume this is us. I'm gonna assume that's us. Oscar, Doc, Mason. I'm not gonna read the obituary. You what? You can go and pause and read the obituary. I don't.
Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County, Boone County, Dawn County, Elton County, and Azaria County. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors and secure all windows and doors. Flood conditions.
I'm going to assume that I can't really play that for too long due to YouTube's copyright thing music.
This is a severe weather warning. The Northwest Weather Service reports.
I point out this is probably designed as one of the most creepy houses I think I've ever seen in my life. Alright, what book is this? Sam thought this might help. Dead. Making friends.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, army uniform, and she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
This is a crush of hers or something. My mind was wandering. I actually did not pay attention during that. The Heaven at the Edge of the World, Samantha Greenbrier, Grade 2. Story, The Turtle People, Part 1. Oh, God. Okay. You know what? Here's page 1. Pause if you want to read it, because I don't want to read it. And here's page 2. Pause it if you want to read it. I don't want to read it. It doesn't. Thing that I feel is necessarily important, but I don't want to necessarily waste too much time on stuff that isn't proper. Is there a way to lock the door behind me? This looks to just be an electric kind of form. I should probably read this. This might be important. Wiring on the house is technically up to safety and amperage requirements. I think is what that says. However, multiple layers of wiring have been added into structure over the last 100 years. Well, it's 100 years, I would assume so. System is frequently unpredictable. Lights blink out for no clear reason. Pressure on floorboards and door frames disrupts circuits wired directly behind the surface. Properly reworking for the electrical system would be highly destructive to the walls, floor, and fixtures of the structure. After discussion with Mr. Greenbrier, since there are no current safety concerns, Cool. 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 What's this? Stranger under my roof. Oh. Then. I am mentally freaking out right now. November 1st, 1994. Dear Terrence, David asked me to write you regarding the reviews. There's no thing there. That's weird. Been submitting the last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth. From an editing standpoint, there's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine to cut back to it. Even then, it's becoming harder and harder to weed out the tangents and I don't know what that word is. I'm not even gonna try. From the aficionado, want to hear about the quality and value of the hardware, not ruminations on your childhood. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter. I'd just be cutting you loose. There's tons of guys half your age who would take half your rate to write stuff I could actually use. But David's known you for a long time, and he's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot. You should write him a nice note thanking him for his patience and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. Then everybody will be happy. Don't know what on earth. Oh, it's Brent Kirkwood. Reviews editor, Home Theater Aficionado magazine. Literally, that looks like a B with a squiggly line and then a K with a squiggly line. What's on the inside of the folder? Guy, I would write that down, but I'm not. Oh. Well, let's try 0451. Attorney's Law. Dear Mr. Mason, please find enclosed your original document and a typed copy for your records. Notarized copy has been filed at our offices. Thank you for entrusting our firm with this important matter. Sincerely, Jeffrey Wise, Attorney at Law. Oh. So this is just... I feel like that's going to happen a lot. I'm just going to get cut off by lightning and thunder. I'm not going to lie to you. This tiny bit is probably this, but I can't read the cursive part, and I don't... The Testament out loud, I don't feel like that was important, but I will... No. I will leave it on this page for a second if you want to pause it. Read it. That's sound is not pleasant. I guess there's no way to look at the binder. They say the jack of all trades is a master of none. I have to disagree. Mastery is not a question of specialization, but sureness of purpose and dedication to craft. If you happen to be in the market for a combination LD/CD player, you'll be glad to know that Pioneer seems to share this particular. And then it cuts off. Alright, so that's the way we came, and this is... coupons. That's a nice painting. I'm just waiting for another dialogue to randomly play and just scare the bejesus out of me. There's a letter in here. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, I wrote to inform you that unfortunately Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Pariah, despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior. We hopes of the John Russell series catching on. However, sales of the second book have in fact been lower than those of the first, and so our stewardship of the series must end here. It's been a pleasure working as your publisher, and we wish you and John Russell the best in your future endeavors. Sincerely, Donald, publisher of the Mercury Books. I'm meant to throw that on the counter. What the? What? It went through the counter. Dude, that's unbelievable. What, no, I'm not gonna take the chance. Oh, I'm gonna leave that there. That's a little bit more. If you really want to read it, boom. Boom. But I'm not gonna. Not gonna read that out loud. Hi, Lonnie. So if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home to back and leave this in my locker if you still want to, and we can meet in the parking lot after 6. Samantha. Yeah, I'm totally in. See you there. Then I'm going to kick your butt. Get ready. I'm going to assume that's a Hadouken.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house.
Kitty,
Her name is
please,
Lonnie.
whatever you found, don't
She's
tell
coming
Mom
over
and Dad.
tomorrow.
The attic. This is locked. I've been to pretty much every room in these hallways except for the closet. I passed the closet. I don't think there's anything really in the closet except for this note. Welcome, new students. We hope that you are as excited about your first day at Godfellow High School as we are. Please be sure to bring the this so that you can get right into the swing of things. One sturdy folder with pockets for each of your 6 classes, notebook per period, or one large notebook with 6 divided set. Yeah, that's just the school list. I love how everything's crossed off but a positive attitude. Please remember to get plenty of sleep the night before and be ready for the first bell to ring at 8 a.m. See you soon, and again, welcome. Beth Valance, Principal.
Oh my god. You are sucked. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class, and I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House Girl.
Cool.
Great.
Cool. Just making sure there's nothing hidden anywhere. Probably should have checked that closet. What's over here? Anything? You know, I'm not good at reading cursive, so I actually cannot read that. So you're welcome to read it, but I physically can't. It is impossible for me to do it. So, give it your best shot. Nothing in those. That is creepy. This is going right into the closet, and we are never going to look at it again. What's down here? That's locked as well. Well, that means that we have explored the entire downstairs and through this, but I think I'm going to cut it off here, as, you know, I have no particular reason. I just need a place to end it, at least for right now. I will be coming back to this. We at least now know where we have to go, at least somewhat in part, and we have to go to the attic for some reason, because that was the last note. Had the attic on it. Keys to unlock any doors. I can't bring my stuff in, so... We'll save the upstairs for next time. I hope you... I have been gaming Trials. On home. And I hope to see you next time. Have a great day.